The defense team in the Boston Marathon bombing trial begins its first full day of testimony. Prosecutors rested their case Monday following some of the most graphic and emotional images of the trial. Elaine Quijano of our digital network, CBSN, is in Boston, where jury deliberations could begin as early as this week. Elaine, good morning.
Good morning to you. Over 15 days, prosecutors called 92 witnesses. And for jurors, there have been some emotional moments, including yesterday, hearing from the man who performed the autopsy on young Martin Richard. This never-before-seen photo was taken 1 minute before the bombing. Johar Tsarnaev can be seen standing behind a tree, right behind his youngest victim, 8-year-old Martin Richard. Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Henry Niels showed jurors the clothes Richard was wearing that day, pointing out a gaping hole in his shirt where the blast ripped open his torso. He held up a pair of the boy's shredded pants, barely recognizable. It was difficult to say because of all the melted fabric, he said. One piece of metal, Niels testified, appeared to have entered and exited Richard's body, severing his spine. There were small nails, round metal pellets. There were small fragments of wood and black plastic. There was a piece of metal underneath the clothing, Niels said. In the gallery, Richard's parents, Bill and Denise, quietly listened. Jurors also saw the autopsy photos of Lindsay Liu, the 23-year-old grad student who was near the finish line when the second bomb exploded. Medical examiner Catherine Lindstrom testified the blast sliced through Liu's thighs, severing a major artery. Liu was conscious as she bled to death, Lindstrom adding that the injuries would be very painful. The graphic testimony and autopsy pictures brought several jurors to tears. One even covered her face in her scarf. Tsarnaev's defense team acknowledged his guilt from the start of the trial, but argued he was under the influence of his older brother Tamerlan. The defense opened its case Monday, highlighting a series of ordinary tweets, including this one from a year before the bombing, which read, get breakfast or go back to sleep. This is always a tough one. Tsarnaev's attorneys hope to convince the jury their client was a typical college student. The defense is expected to call one more witness before it rests. Closing arguments could begin this week. Charlie?
Elaine, thanks. You can follow updates of the Boston Marathon bombing trial throughout the day on our digital network, CBSN. Access it by logging on to cbsn.cbsnews.com.